Help me. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything for the past few days.
What?
I saw your Instagram. You're eating sushi alone, right? And it's not the supermarket sushi, but high-end restaurant sushi. I love sushi too. I want to eat this fancy seafood too.
Who are you? I don't have a sister or a family of beggars.
How dare you? Our relationship has been broken, but even so, that's too harsh, don't you think? I mean, it's the first time you heard from your lovely sister in 5 years. Why don't you just treat me to a nice dinner instead of being mean?
Don't be silly. You have Harry, don't you? The man you stole from me, your own sister. He's the son of a wealthy family, so he could take you to a fancy sushi restaurant as much as you want. Ask Harry, not me.
I would have already asked him if I could, but Harry and I are having a big fight now. He kicked me out of his place a week ago.
Oh, you got kicked out?
Yes, that's right. That's why I haven't eaten anything for the past week. I've been living on Harry's income, so I don't have a job and have no savings. I don't even have 5 books now.
Even you guys get in a fight sometimes? You guys were lovebirds, calling each other darling and honey. We're bound together by fate. That's what you said.
He was nice to me at first, but started nagging me. He's a scion with lots of money, but he's such a cheapskate. Lately, he gets mad at me for just buying a new high-brand bag. He's like, don't you have any restraint?
How much have you been using?
About $20,000 a month.
$20,000?
But isn't that much okay? I am the girlfriend of Harry, who's a super rich scion. Harry got bored of my plain sister and switched to me. I stayed a showy girl to be the kind of girl Harry likes.
Oh, I see.
But he's really pissed at me and kicked me out. It's awful. I wanted to go back to our parents' house, but Dad told me not to. Dad and Mom are stubborn. They're still mad at me for what happened 5 years ago.
You're too soft in the head and too rotten in the heart.
What?
Our parents cut you off because you stole my fiancé. And yet, how could you even think of going back to their place?
Harry hasn't forgiven me, and our parents are still mad at me. So I'm stuck right now. That's why I'm begging you, sis. Don't abandon your little sister. Help me, sis. That fancy sushi is all thanks to me, you know. So why don't you share a little bit with me?
Huh? Why is this delicious sushi thanks to you?
Because you got a big amount of alimony from Harry, right, sis? That was a lot of money you got for having him breaking off the engagement.
Well, I guess I got more than I expected. His parents were really sorry about the whole thing.
In other words, it's thanks to me for stealing Harry from you. Thanks to me, you got a lot of money.
Huh?
I wish you would be a little more grateful to me. It's thanks to me that you're having such expensive sushi today. You could have treated me to a nice dinner too.
Don't be silly. The sushi will start to taste bad if I keep talking to you. Well then, take care.
What? Aren't you going to share that sushi with me? Aren't you going to help me?
There's no way I'm helping you. Just go make up with Harry and have him take you out for dinner. The next day.
Lindsay, will you start over with me? If I'm gonna marry someone, I want it to be you, Lindsay.
What?
I'm sorry about what happened 5 years ago. I betrayed you and switched to Ellie. It was a really foolish thing to do.
Wait a minute. What is this all of a sudden? You're with Ellie, whom you're bound by fate. Just make up and get married or whatever.
Who would marry that greedy bitch? I'm never gonna marry Ellie. I definitely want you, Lindsay, to be my wife. I finally realized how good a woman you are.
What's gotten into you? You said a plain, nagging woman like me didn't deserve to be with you.
I'm so sorry about that time, but I finally realized whenever you were angry with me, it was always out of love.
Huh?
You always scolded me out of consideration, even when I overslept and was late for 3 hours on a date. Even when I had a hangover and skipped work. You were angry at me because you cared about me.
Yes, I warned you about your lack of social skills, saying that if you don't fix it now, you'll have a hard time in the future. But Harry, you took offense at me for being such a nagging bitch. And to top it all off, you switched to my sister. Ellie never gets mad at me. She's cute, and unlike you, she's the best girl I've ever met, is what you said.
I really regret what I did then. You were right. I'm in a lot of trouble right now. I'm in the habit of skipping work, and now I've changed jobs at over 20 different companies. I don't know if it's because of that, but I can't get hired anywhere now.
What?
But Ellie spends money lavishly, and she's even more selfish than I am. When I give her a little warning, she gets all angry. She's pissed off and says, I hate nagging men. I'm at my limit in many ways.
I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for you. I think you got what you deserved.
Please, don't be so cold, Lindsay. I'm breaking up with Ellie. Let's get back together and get married for sure this time.
Absolutely not. Well then, I'll be going now. 2 hours later.
Sis, hurry up and let me in your house. Since it's Sunday, you should be home, right?
Huh?
Ha ha ha. I'm in front of your house now. I'm really broke and I'm at my limit. You can't turn away your sister who came all the way here.
Why do you know where I live?
I identified it from your SNS pics. I'm good at that kind of thing.
What?
I'm so jealous of you, sis. When did you move to such a gorgeous place? This house is seriously too good to be true.
Go back to your own home now. Even if you could identify my house, I'd never let you in.
Don't be so cold. You were able to buy this house all thanks to me. Why can't you let me stay here for a few nights as a small thank you?
Huh?
You must have bought this house with Harry's alimony, right? I envy you that you are able to live in such a gorgeous house just because your engagement was broken off. I'm pissed off that you're having a more luxurious life than me, who stole Harry from you.
Stop that nonsense again.
Ah, I've got an idea. Let's exchange this house with my boyfriend. If you won't let me in the house, that's the only thing I can think of.
Huh? Exchange?
I got Harry, and so you got the house with his alimony. Then, if I give Harry back to you, I should get the house.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's with this crazy theory all of a sudden?
Even if it's crazy, you'll be happy to have Harry back, right? I'll also be happy to have a place to live. So, it's a win-win for both of us.
Huh?
So, let's make the exchange ASAP. I need to take a shower. After that, I'm posting a nice pic of myself at this house on Instagram. You bought this house with the alimony for breaking off the engagement, didn't you? Then, I'll give you back your ex, so I'll take the house.
This is my husband's property, so I can't give this to you.
What?
Since now you know it's impossible, get the hell out of here. This house wasn't bought with alimony or anything, so your crazy theory won't work either. Now, you stupid girl, leave at once.
Wait a minute. Your husband's? What? You're married?
Yes, I am. I got married earlier this year.
Huh? I don't know anything about that.
Why would I report my marriage to my sister, whom I've caught ties? You couldn't tell by the SNS identification that you're so good at?
Come to think of it, there was some kind of photo of a ring, but I never thought my sober sister would get married. I thought you bought that ring with the alimony money.
What an annoying assumption.
So then, this house really belongs to your husband? It wasn't really and truly bought with the alimony money from Harry?
Even if it was alimony from a wealthy guy, I only received a few tens of thousands of dollars. There's no way I could buy a $2 million house with that money.
$2 million? Unbelievable! Wait, this is a $2 million house?
It's in a great location, and the rooms are pretty spacious. My husband said, I got so excited as newlyweds that I splurged.
$2 million is too much. What does your husband do? Don't tell me you dated and married a rich scion again.
He runs a small company. He's not like that son depending on his wealthy parents for his livelihood.
What? He's a business owner?
He's a very respectful person. He's very strict with himself and takes responsibility for his work. In fact, he works so hard that I have to nag him to take some time off. But he doesn't treat me like I'm in his way and appreciates me for it.
That's not fair. You always get nicer things than me. You're married to a company owner, which makes you the company president's wife, right? You can spend his money lavishly without him complaining, right?
Yes, I have a credit card in his name with no limit, but I don't have much material desire. I don't buy much for myself, so he gives me all kinds of gifts.
What? I'm super jealous.
He's such a great guy that I never get tired of spending time with him. I wonder if this is what it means to be bound together by fate. Let's each be happy with the man of our dreams.
Wait, sis. That's a misunderstanding that you two are bound by fate. That husband of yours might be destined to be with me.
Huh?
The man of your dreams should be Harry. So, instead of exchanging Harry with your house, let's exchange Harry with your husband. Now, I want to be the president's wife and get all the luxuries.
Don't talk in your sleep. Then, bye. 1 hour later.
Hey, Lindsay, you've got to be kidding me. Ellie told me that you got married, but is it true? There's no way you got married to someone other than me.
There's no way I'd marry you. Put your hands on your heart and reflect on what you've done.
I told you I'm sorry for what I did 5 years ago, but I can't believe you left me and married another man. I'll forgive you now, so come back to me.
I haven't forgiven you yet. Or rather, I have no intention of ever forgiving you.
What?
Well then, goodbye. Don't ever contact me again.
Oh, no, wait. What am I going to do if you abandon me? Who the hell am I supposed to marry? I'm already on a deadline that's fast approaching.
Huh? Deadline?
Actually, my father wants me to get married by the end of this year. He said that's the condition for me to take over his company. He said if I don't get myself together soon, he'll give the company to my brother.
Then why don't you and Ellie get married right away? Then you'll fulfill the condition and get your family's company.
You'll have to be crazy to marry such a selfish woman. Try making her the president's wife. My life will fall apart.
That's true. Not just your life, but your company as well.
That's why I want to marry you. I mean, it has to be you. You're the only one who can make me a great company president.
Huh?
I have a habit of oversleeping and skipping work. I need a woman who can lead me to the right path without giving up. Lindsay, you're the only one who can do that. Please, stay by my side and make me a great company president.
Go to hell. I'm not your mother. Why do I have to train you to become a great company president? Why don't you just hand the company over to your little brother? It's for the best for everyone.
Oh, no.
I'll leave you to it then. I'm expecting someone, so bye.
Are you expecting your husband to come? The douchebag who stole my woman.
It's just the people from USPS.
Oh.
I really can't stand your stupidity. Well then, good luck finding someone to marry.
Shut up. In that case, I'm going to marry Ellie. Then, I'm going to take over the company and become the president. I'll become a business owner who makes more money than your husband. It'll be too late for you to regret dumping me then.
Yes, please feel free to do so. I'm sure Ellie will be thrilled to be the president's wife. I hope you two get along well and enjoy a wonderful married life. 1 week later.
This sucks. I shouldn't have gotten married if this was going to happen. Seriously, everything is just unbelievable.
What's wrong, Ellie? You married Harry, didn't you? You should be at the peak of your happiness, becoming the wife of the president you've always dreamed of.
What part of this is the peak of happiness? Instead of being the president's wife, I'm now the wife of a homeless man. I should never have married a man with no house and no money.
What? What's going on? If he got married, he'd be able to take over the family business, right?
I heard so too. So that's why I married Harry. Harry contacted me and said, let's make up and get married. We got married that day, and we just went to report it to his parents. But his parents were awful. They kicked us out saying, we won't accept such a woman as our daughter-in-law.
What?
He thought the only condition for taking over the company was marriage. But it seems like they said, if you should marry someone decent. They said, she's not a decent woman by any stretch of imagination. We can't trust the company to a man who would choose such a woman as a spouse. I wish they thought about my feelings, having these things said in front of me. I was super hurt.
I see. Then Harry's parents must have been hurt too. They were the ones who cried most over our broken engagement. Yet, their son, whom they worked so hard to raise, turned out to be so stupid. I feel sorry for his parents who got the marriage report.
You should feel sorry for me too. And they also took away the credit card Harry was using. It was the great credit card where no one got mad at you for buying anything, since it was in his parents' name. And since his apartment was in their name, they suddenly told us to leave. I would never have married Harry if it was going to be like this.
Then why don't you just get a divorce? You wouldn't mind, right?
If I could, I would have done it already. But Harry won't let me get a divorce.
What?
When I told him that I'd break up with him if I can't be the president's wife, he said he won't allow me to run away. He said he'll make me fall to the ground with him and won't let me divorce him.
Oh my, he's dragging you to hell.
Don't be silly and help me. If this happens, you have no choice but to marry Harry instead of me. Otherwise, I'll have to live in poverty with Harry for the rest of my life.
That's great. I'm sure that living in poverty will help both of you mend your spoiled personalities.
What?
You and your husband should work hard to crawl out of poverty. I'll be watching over you two from afar.
Wait a minute. Are you going to help me? If you marry Harry, it'll solve all the problems. Don't you think it's awful to get me involved and then abandon me?
That's my line. You dragged me into your selfish life. And yet, you're playing the victim? You deserve this.
Oh, no.
If you were a decent woman, you could have been the president's wife. Well then, good luck to you both. After that, I heard that Harry's younger brother has successfully taken over Harry's parents' company. However, Harry was sulking after hearing this, saying, I will never work seriously again for the rest of my life. He would get a part-time job, but when it became a hassle, he would quit, and then go for another part-time job, but he would quit again. Harry is growing more and more into a useless man. Ellie is still unable to divorce Harry. They live in a very cheap apartment, and Ellie works to make ends meet. From time to time, they request their families to support them with living expenses, but their parents tell them to work on it themselves and don't seem to help them at all. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click the high rating button. Otherwise, please let us know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to our channel. Your ratings and comments will help us in the future. We also have many other videos that will make you feel great. Please take a look at the videos on our channel. See you in the next video!